say thank you to them. So without them, I'm sure your journey would have been completely defeated. We also acknowledge the presence of the program directors, chairs of departments, and our dean, Dr. Adrian Tindo, who is right here with us. Very wonderful GNE staff, program staff, who do all the work to get us here, and they're here with us today too. It's been a wonderful 3 days with you. Have you been? Are you just saying that? So then say it louder. Yeah. This is a very important part of your orientation process. Is that you're going to recite the compact, the oath between you and your patients. And also the faculty here, we have an oath compact with you to reassure you they're going to be here to support you, they're going to care about you, they're going to care about your well-being. So it's very important. And the compact with your patients is an oath that needs to be fulfilled. All we do as physicians center around our patients, our community. As you know, Morehouse School of Medicine is where we are leading the creation and advancement of child equity to. Thank you all. So we meet all those things when we see our patients, when we talk to them, when we go out to their communities. That's how they assess what we do and what we say. You are all privileged to serve here, to serve the patients. They are number one. They should be of priority. You're going to be working here mostly at Grady, the VA. It's always a pleasure to care for our veterans. Do you have any veterans in the room? Yeah. Oh, what are Dr. Hopkins? We're so privileged to be able to serve our veterans. And at Grady, it's a safety net hospital, level 1 trauma, one of the biggest county hospitals in the country. The patients rely on us, and we take it very seriously. As our president says, if you don't do it, who will do it? As you wear your work coat and go to your patient, always remember our mission and our vision, that the patients are our own priority. On our own part, as school leaders, as GND, as program leaders, we promise that we give you all the support necessary for you to succeed. It's an important day to recite the compact. Please listen carefully and digest what is being recited and what we are agreeing to. Because the test of it will be how your patient feels after your encounter with them, how your community feels when people look at outcomes within your community. And I welcome all of you to this 2024 Resident and Fellow Compact ceremony. Thank you all. And I invite Dr. Riva Kels, the assistant dean of GNE, to talk to us about the occasion.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. So since Dr. Ivane has already kind of given the occasion, I'll stay here. Seems to be a more reliable mic. So since Dr. Ivane has kind of already given the occasion, I will just remind everyone that the compact is our opportunity for our new residents and fellows to give a commitment to the faculty to be fully engaged in the process of learning, and for our faculty to recommit to you to be engaged as well as partners in the learning process. And it's important as we think about that, that we understand what that process means as it relates to each other and as it relates to our patients. And some of you are around, of course, not the new interns and fellows, but when a few years ago I talked about, at this occasion, I talked about doing residency according to Ma'at. So the goddess Ma'at, who is an ancient Kemetic, in a way we may call her a principle, or way of living. And And I want to talk briefly about that as it relates to the occasion, because there is a new resident who would have been in the surgery program who's not with us today, and I wanted to honor her in the context of the way in which she lived by Ma'at. So much so, and so engaged in this process of learning and in this compact that she did a prelim year in surgery. And because of her way of demonstrating all of the principles that we talk about in the compact and the principles that I'm going to discuss with you briefly of Ma'at, that she was going to stay on as a categorical resident, and that she demonstrated all of the qualities of compassion and of commitment to the learning process and to the patient. So as we think about Ma'at, which really encompasses so many more things, but I will just encapsulate the concept of Ma'at in seven, using seven things. So truth, righteousness, reciprocity, order, balance, harmony, and truth, righteousness, justice, and I left justice, which is so important to Morehouse School of Medicine. And so as we think about when we relate to each other, always speaking in truth, being honest. If we don't know a thing, we say we don't know a thing, and we work together to learn that thing. If we didn't remember to do something, we say we didn't remember to do it, and then we work to make sure that we make that right. And if we think about justice, that we're always looking to seek the better good for our community, for our patients, for each other, that we are operating in a way that what we are doing is just, and righteousness, that we're not looking so much to be mighty, but to be right in what we do. Not right, just correct, so I'm going to win this argument. It's not that, but doing the right thing, what's right kind of morally, what's right from the standpoint of who we are and the way that we live in the world. And reciprocity, which, sometimes we think about I give and you give back exactly as that happens. And reciprocity, to an extent, is that, but we also recognize that with reciprocity, as it relates to the compact that we are giving to each other, that we are committing to each other, is that we recognize that we both can learn from each other. So, certainly the faculty are here to teach, but we also are here to listen to what we can learn from you. The same thing is when we are caring for our patients, the patients are giving back in a reciprocal way because we're learning from our patients. And so if we remember that, then that will certainly, we will gain as much as we give in this process. And then as we think about order, so there's a certain order of things. So you'll learn when you're in Grady or when you're in VA, as we think about systems-based practice, that there's a certain way that in each of the places that you go that the work is conducted. Orders may be placed in a different way in one hospital as opposed to another. But order and making sure that we are doing things in a way that is orderly and is timely. And so I won't go through each one, but if you would just remember those values and the way that they really should be carried out, and if we embody those as physicians, as we embody those as trainees, as we embody those as faculty and as administrators, then we all is better, and we all truly are able then to achieve what Morehouse School of Medicine says is here to do. To lead in the creation and advancement of health equity to achieve health justice. So I will leave with those short words, which I hope do kind of help us to lean into the purpose of the compact ceremony and why we are here and what we are committing to each other. And also as we honor Dr. Samantha Woolery, who embodied many of those principles and certainly embody all of what we will commit to each other in the compact. So, Ashe. And now I'll call forward Dr. Sarah Benson, who will give a charge to our incoming residents and fellows.
Good afternoon. You may be wondering, where is the white coat? Well, I'm a psychiatrist. We don't really do white coats, so couldn't find one for you today. But really glad to stand before you all. I'm currently the Associate Program Director for the Child Psychiatry Fellowship, but was doing that in an interim role, but I'm the chair of the Department of Psychiatry and Behavioral Sciences and was the founding program director for our Child Psychiatry Fellowship program. So the past few years, I've had the opportunity to be part of the GMB team, and no longer will, and I really thank them for the opportunity to address you all today. 3 big buckets I just wanted to go over really quickly with you all, and I thought about what would have been helpful for me to know when I was in your seats. Our approach to people, to learning opportunities, and to professionalism and authenticity. So I'll start with, this is an extraordinary community, if you haven't figured it out by now. Our residents end up going on trips together, being in each other's weddings. It really is an extraordinary bond that our residents have with each other. And I'll say that your program directors, I genuinely believe, are the very best of Morehouse School of Medicine. They are an incredibly This group of people is incredibly talented, incredibly committed, and they are here for you. They're absolutely here for you. Maybe you will be lucky enough to have another boss in your career that is as invested in your success, but I don't. And so take advantage of that, right? They want you to approach them. They want to hear your ideas. They want to support your learning. And so know that there's no stupid question, and closed mouths don't get fed, right? So bring your ideas to them because they want to hear from you. I recently had a young man come on, and he was actually in Texas, talk about how he felt as if before he reached out to me, he had to achieve things to kind of justify taking up my time. You don't ever have to feel that way here, not ever. I also want to say that if you haven't figured out by now, admins run the world. And your program directors are very important, but they do other stuff, right? They're clinicians and all those things too. Your program manager, your program coordinator, their full-time job is this program. They know the ins and outs like no one else does. Because they are staff, sometimes in this hierarchical field of medicine, we may look over them, we may take them for granted, we may not give them the same respect. But trust me when I tell you, it's just the right thing to do, right? But it also will serve a great business for you to do so too. When it comes to your work community, right, we all come from our families. And when I started at Morehouse School of Medicine, I was part-time, I didn't really see myself as an academic. But my first year as faculty, my dad said, "You're going to be chair." And I said, "I don't want to be chair, Dad." And here we are, right? So you're going to be very busy as a resident. You're going to be very busy as a fellow. But always keep time for those people who knew you before you were Dr. So-and-so, who love you unconditionally, and who hold the hope and the foresight for you when it's harder for you to see it for yourselves. Learning opportunities. So, as a resident, as a fellow, you get to do rotations. Yes, I said get to do rotations. But the thing about rotations is they have a beginning, middle, and an end, and you know they're going to end, right? So if it's something you don't like, this too shall pass. And I can tell you that I took as much from the good attendings and the good experiences as I did from the bad attendings and the bad experiences. There are learning opportunities everywhere, and see every rotation as that. When it comes to your classes, I actually told one of our residents this the other day, as soon as you graduate, you're always going to have to pay people to teach you. People are teaching you for free, and they want to do it. So use that opportunity to go to class prepared and to make your mark in those spaces. Taking initiative, making sure you're reading, even if it's just a little bit of every day, will help you get the most out of those opportunities. And next becomes professionalism and authenticity. I don't know how many of you are NBA fans, but you just saw, if you are, that the youngest coach to ever win a championship did so for the Boston Celtics. I'm not a Celtics fan. But I can appreciate what he did. But he was in that role because the person before him essentially got in trouble. I was talking to my friends about it, and he said this quote about how your talent will take you places your character can't keep you. You are all extraordinarily talented and bright, otherwise you wouldn't be sitting in this room. I'm a forensic psychiatrist, I don't know if you mentioned that, but I see cases of people who get in trouble, doctors who get sued, things of that nature. And it's not because they weren't smart enough. It always comes down to character and values. right? And so don't forget to bring who you are, who your parents, who your family raised you to be, into this role and into every other one. There may be times where you're tired, where you feel burned out, where you feel overwhelmed, and you want to cut corners, but always come back to that character. And I'll tell you that ends up being a differentiator because everybody is really smart once you get to this place. And then finally, the pursuit of health equity and justice. So you all are entering medicine at a time where we are experiencing tremendous retrenchment, pushback, and frankly fights about the things that matter to us here at Morehouse School of Medicine. You are going to have some battles that are going to look different than the generation before you. But I truly believe that you are up to the task. One of my good friends and my co-editor for my book, Social Injustice and Mental Health, Shem, talks about how she is no longer trying to spend a lot of time convincing people that they should care about health equity and health justice. We are focused on training the replacements of the people who don't get it. If you don't know it, y'all are the replacements. We are counting on you to move the needle in a way that we weren't able to. And that's going to depend on you doing more than just plugging into the system as it currently exists. We need you to be leaders. We need you to be change agents. We need you to be people who come up with new ways and new approaches to doing things. Our system is so far off from producing equitable outcomes. It is going to take radical change in order for us to see the health equity that we know our country and our patients and our communities deserve. And I'm a psychiatrist, so I have to talk about self-care. Each of you is a non-renewable resource. You have to take care of yourselves. And that doesn't mean that you don't work hard, because you can do both. But Audre Lorde has this quote, "Caring for myself is not self-indulgence, it is self-preservation, and that is an act of political warfare." In a society that reduces people to what they can do, to what they can produce, maybe by categories or different ways to marginalize them, it's hard to see the value in yourself, especially if you're part of a marginalized racial group. But I can tell you that the work that you are about to embark on is fulfilling. It is absolutely worth it, but it is really hard. And the only way to do it sustainably is to do the things that you know work for you and to commit to doing those. Now, some of this may be hard to do sometimes as a resident, right? But I encourage you all to think about what it is that you know works for you and to commit to doing that. And lastly, I'll just say that sometimes we talk about learning curves, right? Like this idea that you reach a certain point in your career and then you just plateau because you know all the things you need to know. Not true. With every stage, there's going to be a new learning curve. There's going to be something else to conquer. And I encourage you to think about your career more as a rolling hill than as a single learning curve. Because every step is going to come with new challenges, new things for you to learn about the role, about your field, but also about yourself. And in closing, I'll just remind you that you all are an extraordinary group of people, and you've chosen to be in a place that is extraordinarily committed to your growth and your professional development. Welcome.
Thank you, Dr. Benson, for those inspirational words. It's my pleasure to introduce a leader who invested so much in the wellness, education of our residents. He's someone that if I pass by him 10 times, he will stop me to evaluate how our residents are doing. I'm like, I just told you that 2 minutes ago. That is how much is so invested in your education and your wellness. It's my pleasure and honor to introduce Dr. Joseph Adrian Tindo, our Executive Vice President for Health Affairs and Dean Morehouse School of Medicine. Dr. Tindo.
Good afternoon. So I'm not a psychiatrist, so I don't have an excuse. Where's Dr. Vincent? So I'll say that. I'm an emergency physician. So the other thing I'll say is, Dr. Vincent, I really swear to you, I did not speak to, pray to your dad. when you got appointed as chair. But as you can all see, Morehouse has got a bunch of talented people, and she is clearly included. Thank you for your words. Leading the creation and advancement of health equity and achievement of health justice. I know that you've been hearing this over and over and over again. It's not just a tagline, it is really critically important to the work that we do. I spent time before I met you the first time, and then again this morning and just now, looking at all of your faces carefully. And I want you to know that you all are so capable of achieving so much and making such an impact. And you need to believe that's your core. What you're embarking upon is really critical. It's critical to healthcare. It's critical to you in your own career. And I know this, and Dr. Vanya, I ask this question all the time of you because it's about 25 years ago when my first major appointment in my career was as a program director in emergency medicine 25 years ago. And so I deeply care about everything that you go through. And I would like to leave you with a few quick thoughts, because I know we don't have a lot of time, about my own life lessons around your training and your impact. I know this is just your first year, but you make an impact every time you walk into a patient's room, every time you interact with an individual. You wear the badge of Morehouse School of Medicine, but most importantly, you wear the badge of your character. And that means a lot. Your words, the time you spend with a patient, learning, treating, hearing, will make an impact that oftentimes will be never forgotten. I still get calls from patients who I've seen in the emergency department 20-odd years ago, or their families. Maybe because of something I said, or perhaps how I cared. As a physician in the chaos of emergency medicine, I've never been sued because of caring. And the impact that you actually can make on day one. This is a precious moment for you because in the process of caring, you are also learning. And they're providing their bodies and their minds and their souls and their advice to all of you. And each encounter is one additional fact, point, experience that makes you a better human being and a better person. So take that seriously, because no patient encounter, no such encounter in the environment is a trivial one. Every single one of them critically important. I've embraced values in leadership which I have held dear to me for now years. And it's one of those things that's really interesting because when you read all these fancy books that people make millions of dollars writing, and you read them and you go, oh, my mom taught me that. It's not a big deal. But over and over, people write about those values that are so important to make a difference. And as you are here as first-year residents, you are also leaders in your own right. You don't have to have a big job on the title, but you are leaders. And here's what I want to leave with you, and I've said it all along. I even think I said it in my recruitment interviews about the values I hold true. True self-confidence, humility, self-reflection, and balance. And I've learned along the way that if you hold those values dear and you practice them every day like a martial art, you will become expert at it. and it will allow you to create the avenues to make impact in ways perhaps you may not have imagined. Self-reflection is about the ability to look at that proverbial mirror and understand what people are telling you about you and how you could self-improve. Every day you go home and you ask yourself, how did you do? What could you have done better? How can I do better? There are people around you who are your mirrors. You can only see straight ahead. Some of you have got great peripheral vision, but you can't see behind your head. But others do. Oftentimes, your patients. And they will tell you something about you that you may not see. Take that, use it, make the impact that is necessary. Balance. Everyone's opinions matters. What you're entering into is teamwork. You're going to rely on each other. You will call for consults. Okay? Dr. Vincent said that your administrators are your bosses. In my time and in your time, the nurses were mine. And oftentimes they will tell me things that I did not see. That saved my butt, my job, and oftentimes the patient's life. And if I had the blockers on, that did not allow me to absorb those opinions and those perspectives, I probably would have been sued, to be very honest with you. True self-confidence. You may think you're the smartest person in the room, but you're not, probably. There are others around you who will be smarter than you, and it's okay. I often tell my team and others that if we had the method of thinking about the fact that if I were to recruit individuals who were smarter than I, and that they were in turn to recruit individuals who were smarter than they, eventually we'll have a wonderful workforce. I may be the dumbest guy in the middle, but I'm the most secure, and I have to be secure. And true self-confidence is really understanding that you're going to have people who are going to tell you things you may not know, that you will learn from them every day, including your patients. And you have to have the temerity, the ability to understand that it's okay, I'm going to learn. Because they're going to teach me something. Guess what? You're here to learn. And you will learn from some of the most unlikely avenues, from the most unlikely people. There is no one in this hospital or anywhere that you practice that you will not learn from. I do not care what they do for a living. You will learn. So be respectful to every single one of them. The last and perhaps the most important value that I actually engage with is one of humility. Now let me be very specific. Humility is not about weakness. It's not that you don't have an ego. Everyone has an ego. Okay? It's not about cowering in front of strength and authority. Really, it's about your ability to be approached. Because if you're full of hubris, no one will approach you. They won't tell you what's going on. They won't tell you what's wrong. Even your patients would not. But if you carry humility with you, and you are approachable, you will learn. Because people will speak to you genuinely, candidly, and without fear. That's my definition of humility. I don't care what the dictionary says. Okay. Just remember those values. Now, you may think of other values, or you might think of other derivatives of what I said. But I've used this and I've practiced it, and from my perspective, it has created some level of ability to be able to succeed in the things I want to be able to do in terms of making an impact. Hone those skills, hone those values, practice them every day. Make them your martial arts black belt, and you So you're here to make impact. You're here to be a leader. You're here to learn from your patients. You're here to learn from your teachers. You're here to give to each other. You're here to give back. You're here to build a community. You're here to create lasting friendship and bonds. That is a guarantee. So to the family in the room, thank you for being here and supporting these wonderful replacements of all of us, because one day they will lead and they're going to make the impact that we are sure that they will make. So I want to say congratulations. Welcome to Morehouse School of Medicine.
And now we are ready to actually give the compact, deliver the compact to each other. So I'll ask Dr. Olanre Waju to lead the faculty compact. And as she comes forward, I'll ask all the faculty to stand.
We'll say it together. As role models for our residents, fellows, we will maintain the highest standard of care, respect the needs and expectations of patients, and embrace the contributions of all the members of the healthcare team. We pledge our utmost effort to ensure that all components of the educational program for resident fellow physicians are of high quality, including our own contributions as teachers. In fulfilling our responsibility to nurture both the intellectual and the personal development of our residents, we commit to fostering academic excellence, exemplary professionalism, cultural sensitivity, and a commitment to maintaining competence through lifelong learning. We will demonstrate respect for all resident fellows as individuals without regard to gender, race, national origin, religion, disability, or sexual orientation. And we will cultivate a culture of tolerance among the entire staff. We will do our utmost to ensure that residents, fellow physicians, have the opportunity to participate in patient care activities of sufficient variety and with sufficient frequency to achieve the competencies required by their chosen discipline. We will also do our utmost to ensure that resident fellows are not assigned excessive clinical responsibilities and are not overburdened with services of little or no educational value. We will provide resident physicians with opportunities to exercise graded, progressive responsibility for care of patients so that they can learn how to practice their specialty and recognize when and under what circumstances they should seek assistance from colleagues. We will do our utmost to prepare residents to function effectively as members of healthcare teams. In fulfilling the essential responsibility we have to our patients, we will ensure that residents receive appropriate supervision for all of the care they provide during their training. We will evaluate each resident fellow's performance on a regular basis, provide appropriate verbal and written feedback, and document achievement of the competencies required to meet all educational objectives. We will ensure that resident fellow physicians have opportunities to partake in required conferences, seminars, and other non-patient care learning experiences, and that they will have sufficient time to pursue the independent, self-directed learning essential for acquiring knowledge, skills, attitudes, and behaviors required for practice. We will nurture and support resident fellows in their role as teachers of other learners.
Thank you, Dr. Olanre Waju. And now I'll ask Dr. Corey Boggs to lead the reading of the resident and fellow commitment. And so I'll ask all the residents and fellows to stand and face the faculty as you read your commitment.
All right, guys, I'm
We acknowledge our fundamental obligations as physicians to place our patients' welfare uppermost. Quality health care and patient safety will always be our prime objectives. We pledge our utmost effort to acquire the knowledge, clinical skills, attitudes, and behaviors required to fulfill all objectives of the educational program and to achieve the competencies deemed appropriate for our chosen discipline. We embrace the professional values of honesty, compassion, integrity, and dependability. We will adhere to the highest standards of the medical profession and pledge to conduct ourselves accordingly in all of our interactions. We will demonstrate respect for all patients and members of the healthcare team without regard to gender, race, national origin, religion, economic status, disability, or sexual orientation. As physicians in training, we learn most from being involved in the direct care of patients and from the guidance of faculty and other members of the healthcare team. We understand the need for faculty to supervise all of our interactions with patients. We accept our obligation to secure direct assistance from faculty or appropriately experienced residents and fellows whenever we are confronted with high-risk situations or with clinical decisions that exceed our confidence or skills to handle alone. We welcome candid and constructive feedback from faculty and all others who observe our performance, recognizing that objective assessments are indispensable guides to improving our skills as physicians. We also will provide candid and constructive feedback on the performance of our learners and the faculty, recognizing our lifelong obligation as physicians to participate in peer evaluation and quality improvement. We recognize the rapid pace of change in medical knowledge and the consequent need to prepare ourselves to maintain our expertise and competency throughout our professional lifetimes. In fulfilling our own obligations as professionals, we pledge to assist our learners in meeting their professional obligations by serving as their teachers and role models. Yes, sorry. This compact serves both as a pledge and a reminder to our resident fellow physicians and their teachers that their conduct in fulfilling their obligations to one another is the medium through which profession perpetuates the standards and implements its ethical values. Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Boggs. And I'll say, as Dr. Boggs' program director, that it's fitting that she should have led the reading of the commitment, because throughout her residency, she has had great fidelity to the compact. And so we're grateful to you, Dr. Boggs, for that. And it is now time for us to pin our rising chief residents. So any rising chief residents who are among us, if you would please come forward at this time. And the program directors for the chiefs. Telling the truth. I'm trying to make sure I tell you what's on here, so I need to put on my reading glasses. Okay, let's see. All right. So this is a pin that represents Morehouse School of Medicine. It has the MSM, and it's primarily caring, is what it says. So MSM, primarily caring, with a pair of hands encompassing a heart. And this is important for chief residents because our chief residents care deeply for the residents that they lead. They show that care through their the way that they model excellence, the way that they model compassion, and not just model compassion, but really embody it. And so we chose these pins to pin our chief residents, MSM primarily caring, because of the caring hearts that our chief residents demonstrate through everything that they do, the long hours that they work, sometimes thanklessly so. And so we have to remember to always show our gratitude to our chief residents as they show that they represent MSM by being primarily caring. So I've just pinned Dr. Ashley Absolute and Dr. Carly Faces. And Dr. Evans Cosby will introduce our psychiatry chiefs.
Okay, I have pinned Dr. Julian Lane for the general psychiatry program. And this is Dr. Leslie, she is the chief for the preventive medicine program.
So thank you, chiefs. We know you will serve excellently. Thank you. And welcome to the podium, Dr. Chinadu Vanye, our DIO and Associate Dean of Graduate Medical Education, who will lead the pinning ceremony for all of our new residents and fellows.
Thank you so much. There'll be a little adjustment in the order of the schedule. Dr. Bramson, being a busy neurologist who has so much commitment to her patients, may need to leave us earlier than expected. So we're going to start with neurology, please.
Speaking of neurology, we're boarded in neurology and psychiatry, so this is actually not my white coat. We don't often wear them. So.
Dr. Bramson will introduce our group.
Yes, I want to introduce Dr. Victor Itar, Dr. Minnie Mitchell, Dr. Anjali Patel, and Dr. Latasha Stabler. Welcome.
Thank you. I know family medicine will say something to me. They always like to go first for some reason. I want to introduce Dr. Kelsey, family medicine.
So we're always first because we actually were the first at Morehouse. So we were the first program, we were accredited in 1981. So thank you for recognizing our. So invite Dr. Omale and all the family medicine faculty and chiefs who are present to come forward as we prepare to pin our new interns. And if you would stand and come forward.
Always the first.
I see.
And as they're being pinned, I'm delighted to introduce Dr. Ene Atoyebe from St. George's University, Dr. Rochelle Ann Benjamin from Ross University, Dr. Jisa Joseph from Philadelphia College of Osteopathic Medicine, Dr. Maduke Loye from American University of Antigua College of Medicine, Dr. Christina Red from University of Alabama, Birmingham, and Dr. Mariah Rowe from Morehouse School of Medicine.
Thank you, family medicine. I just received a protest from internal medicine saying that they should have gone first. I spent in number. Let's find out why. Internal medicine team, please.
I'm gonna grab one.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am excited to present the internal medicine incoming intern class. I wanted to just, a few quick recognitions. I wanted to thank the MSM executive leadership team, our chair, Dr. Snyder, Dr. Vanier, and the GME team, Dr. Kelsey as well. Our APs, Dr. Volsi, Dr. Dyro, Dr. Day, and Dr. Miller. Our program coordinators, Tawana and Raheem, who are rock stars. And our IM faculty that are here with us today to help us pin. Today, family and friends, thank you so much for being here. To our new interns, we're so excited to have you join the family. I'm going to go ahead and start because we are the largest group, and I think I will hold us up from food if I don't go. So, first up, we've got Dr. Chigozu Agu, coming from Morehouse School of Medicine. Dr. Adesola Ajani, from the University of Lagos College of Medicine. Dr. Muhammad Owen, coming from Philadelphia College of Osteopathic Medicine. Dr. Christopher Ayeni, from Boston University School of Medicine. Dr. Kyla Bass, from Howard University's College of Medicine. Dr. Justin Choi, from Mercer University School of Medicine. Dr. Jonathan Cuevas Beltran, from the University of Puerto Rico School of Medicine. Dr. Aldrin Evangelista, Howard University College of Medicine. I think in the interest of time, it'll probably be good to hold the applause until the end. Dr. Daisha Geiger, from Wright State University Boonshop School of Medicine. Dr. Akira Harris, from Morehouse School of Medicine. Dr. Carlos Hernandez, from Ross University School of Medicine. Dr. Teddy Coria, from New York Institute of Technology College of Osteopathic Medicine. Dr. John Ingenito, from Philadelphia College of Osteopathic Medicine. Dr. Fanta Kali, from Edward Via College of Osteopathic Medicine in Auburn. Dr. Alorn Panu, University of Missouri, Kansas City School of Medicine. Dr. Apple Liu, Philadelphia College of Osteopathic Medicine. Dr. Aksa Malik, from the Philadelphia College of Osteopathic Medicine. Dr. Emmanuel Marco, from Eastern Virginia Medical School. Dr. Muhammad Maroof, from the University of Khartoum, Faculty of Medicine. Dr. Lance McCoy, from the University of Houston, Tillman J. Fertitta College of Medicine. Dr. Jimmy Wen, from Morehouse School of Medicine. Dr. Gaduel Odukudu from Delta State University College of Health Sciences. Dr. Vicky Oladoyan from the New York Institute of Technology College of Osteopathic Medicine. Dr. David Pachulik from Medical College of Georgia at Augusta University. Dr. Brittany Pitter from Morehouse School of Medicine. Dr. Nia Placide from Morehouse School of Medicine. Dr. Yomide Soamimo from All Saints University School of Medicine. Dr. Tempest Walker from Morehouse School of Medicine. And last but not least, Dr. Ivana Ward from Philadelphia College of Osteopathic Medicine.
I get some more faculty over here on this side. Stack. Move the two of you over here. All right, if you are cut up behind someone else's head, move a little bit to right there. Yes, right there. Excellent. All right, everyone looking here? Excellent. Stay here again. 3, 2, and 1 more. Excellent. Thank you.
Now I see why they want to go fast. They did my pot of gold. But we still have enough to go around. Okay. So the next program is obstetrics and gynecology, Dr. Philip Santifli.
Good afternoon. Thank you to all of you and the family and friends who are here. We're very happy to have our first class of 6 OBGYN residents. It's a big deal for us to have that. I will introduce you, but if Dr. Matthews wants to say something, I'll have him come up. And I'm also going to pin my chief. So you can come down.
Just want to say welcome to all the residents, and particularly to our residents. We're so proud to have you here, and we know you're going to have a good, hard-working 4 years. Thank you.
As for our group, I have our program manager, Ms. Kelly Hooper, my program assistant, Elisa Ware is not here, and then the hardest working associate program director here, Dr. Ola Nwaja, who has to keep us all in line, is also here. So, of course, I'm Dr. Phillips, I'm the program director. We're going to pin, and I will give you guys the name. Okay, so not here is Dr. Jordan Brandt. We will see her tomorrow morning, I think, or maybe tonight. As we travel to South Georgia, she is coming to us from the University of Louisville. We have Dr. Shakita Green. Dr. Green comes to us from Mercer University. We have Dr. Alicia May, also from Mercer University. We have Dr. Ashley Maletti from Morehouse School of Medicine. Dr. Manita Singh, also from Morehouse School of Medicine. And Dr. Valeria Torres Lopez from Ross University. These are the 6. And finally, our chief resident who was working when they called the chiefs down. I'm going to pin her This is Dr. Victoria Johnson.
That's what happens when you get old.
Thank you, OBGYN. Next will be Pediatrics Presidency, Dr. Gardner team.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Dr. Lynn Gardner. I am the Residency Program Director for the Pediatric Residency Program here at the School of Medicine, and also serve as the Chair of the Department of Pediatrics here. So welcome this afternoon, such a beautiful group. At this point, I'm going to ask our new Pediatrics Residency interns to come on forward. Our Associate Program Directors, Dr. Siobhan Brooks and Dr. Virgil Burko, couldn't be here, but they do send their well wishes to everyone. Our Program Manager, Ms. Vanetta Green, and our Program Assistant, Ms. Audrey Thomas, are an essential part of our team. And so I'm excited to have them with me today. I couldn't honestly be adamant that we can't overstate how crucial and vital their role is. And so we're very appreciative of who they are and the roles that they serve, that they play in our training programs. So I'm going to introduce our group as Vanetta and Audrey Penn, our beautiful group. And Dr. Akinwale is working his way to the U.S. He will be here any minute now, but he is from the University of Ilorin in the College of Health Sciences in Nigeria, and he will be here shortly. Dr. Harim Arif, Dr. Mashika James from the University of South Alabama. Dr. Harim Arif is from Ghulam Muhammad Mahar Medical College. Dr. Miranda Lee from the Louisiana State University School of Medicine in New Orleans. Dr. Melanie Lopez from Brody School of Medicine at East Carolina University. And Dr. Maya O'Neill from Edward Via College of Osteopathic Medicine, Auburn campus.
Thank you, Pediatrics. Our next program will be the General Psychiatry. Dr. Evans Constantine.
Good afternoon again, everybody. As Dr. Ivani mentioned, I am Dr. Edna Cosby, the Program Director for the General Psych Program. To the incoming group, I bowed you all yesterday. I'm back to bow you again. Good afternoon. I hope you all got some rest after our talk and all the tips we gave yesterday. But definitely welcome you all again to the family. As I mentioned, we're a very close community, and you will definitely feel the support. Hopefully, you're already feeling the love here. I am joined by my team. Dr. Benson, the amazing Dr. Benson, as you guys heard from earlier, is our chair. Ms. Landing is our program manager. Incoming chief, Dr. Lane, and my outgoing chief, Dr. Rhonda Reed. My associate program director, Dr. Cheryl Calvert, could not join us today. We are happy to welcome our incoming group, Dr. Waynard Anand from Philadelphia College of Osteopathic Medicine, Dr. Naima Bakari from Meharry Medical College, Dr. Jason Igabebe from Morehouse School of Medicine, Dr. Shanera Philogene from Meharry Medical College, and last but certainly not least, Dr. Donald White from the Morehouse School of Medicine.
Thank you, General Psychiatry. Next will be Public Health Preventive Medicine. Dr. Hutchins, I think, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is a pleasure to be here with you this afternoon and see all of you. I want to thank the family as well, but I wanted to, if you could see what I see here, you would know the future is bright because you're all here. So we're public health and preventive medicine, and we complement any of your training. Just these three are an example of that. Our chief resident is with us for a research sabbatical year, but she actually is from the surgery residency program. And she's doing health administration, public health, and governmental public health, environmental health, and lifestyle medicine. And that's why I say that we complement all of your training, and we take all comers, but you have to have at least one clinical year before you come to us. And we have 2 years. We give you a Master of Public Health, which we pay for, and these applied experiences to give you skills before you leave. So think about us if you're interested in that kind of broadening of your training in the future. We have 2 tracks. We have a core track, and we have also a fellowship model type track. The core track is at least 1 clinical year, and then the fellowship model, you would have had completed at least a residency program before. So Dr. Victor Bowden, he comes from Morehouse School of Medicine, but more recently he comes from an orthopedic surgery residency program at the University of Southern Alabama. Dr. Nicolette Lewis, she she finished a family medicine residency program. You finished now, right? Next week, right. So it's like a fellowship because some of the residents who are not here are still fulfilling their other residency requirement. So Dr. Nicolette Lewis, she went to the University or the College of Medicine in Georgia, but is finishing her family medicine at the University of Texas A&M in Texas. And then we have 2 others, Dr. Cherie Kranz, who's up the street, so to speak, at Emory, finishing her internal medicine chief year, and then Dr. Margetta Tucker. So anyway, so we're here, and if you're interested, feel free to contact me. Early in your training, there may be another survey going around to see who might be interested as well. So thank you all for all you do, and I'm looking forward to all the impact that you're going to have in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Public Health and Preventive Medicine. The next on the list will be General Surgery. Dr. John Stewart and Dr. Kimberly Miller-Hammond will lead us.
Good afternoon. My name is Dr. Kimberly Miller-Hammond. I'm the Associate Program Director of General Surgery. I'm here today with Dr. John Stewart, who is our chair. Absent with us is Dr. Shania Johnson, who's our Program Director. We also have our Program Manager, Zaina Hamilton, who's going to come down, and Domisha Green, who's also going to come down, and Montreat Airsby. Miss Domisha Green is our Surgical Education Manager, and Dr. Dansby is our Director of Surgical Education. And we would like to welcome our surgery residents. It is a bittersweet time right now for our surgery residency. As some may know, we did happen to lose a preliminary resident who was coming on categorical. But who we have today is Dr. David Anderson, who's coming from Meharry Medical College, Dr. Temi Balogi, who is coming from the University of Wisconsin School of Medicine and Public Health, Dr. Janae Burrows from the University of West Indies, Dr. Janisa Fabian, not here, but she is from the Ross University School of Medicine, Dr. Douglas Fletcher from the University of West Indies in Jamaica, Dr. Darren Gopal from the University of West Indies in Trinidad, Dr. Brandon Henry from Michigan State University College of Osteopathic Medicine, Dr. Tarif Montague from the University of West Indies, Jamaica, and in memory right now, Dr. Samantha Woolery from Western Michigan University, Homer Streiger School of Medicine. I forgot to introduce our outgoing chief, Dr. Caleb Palmer-Nixon.
Thank you, General Surgery. We're going to proceed with our fellowship programs. First on the list will be the Cardiovascular Fellowship Program. Dr. Sharaf will be representing Dr. Taha, who is on vacation.
Thank you so much, Dr. Vanier. And I am going to represent Dr. Taha, who has a well-deserved vacation. I'm excited to introduce our cardiovascular disease fellows, but want to give a quick shout out to the cardiology team, and especially Ms. Carla Wagner, who is the program manager for both cardiovascular disease and pulmonary. So without further ado, the cardiovascular disease fellows are going to be Dr. Francisco Amador from the Universidad del Norte Programa de Medicina, Dr. Kisha Burgess, who is one of our outgoing internal medicine chief residents, but went to William Carey University College of Osteopathic Medicine, Dr. Stephanie Miller, who is completing her internal medicine residency with us this month, and will be the third cardiology fellow, and went to Morehouse School of Medicine for medical school.
Okay, thank you, cardiovascular disease. Next will be child and adolescent psychiatry, Dr. Evans, Dr. Vincent, and all the faculty.
So it's not in the program book because it's a new development. Remember I told y'all about training replacements earlier? I invented. So our new Associate Program Director, Dr. Camille Williams, did her general psychiatry training at Morehouse School of Medicine. And she was in the inaugural class of child and adolescent psychiatry fellows here, has since become part of our faculty, become double board certified in general and child and adolescent psychiatry, first authored peer-reviewed articles and presented at national meetings all in 2 years. 2 years out? Trainer replacements. Let me bring down our child psychiatry fellows. I don't know if Dr. Omade is here. No, he's working. He's working. So we have 2. We are small but mighty. We have been approved to go up to 3, so this program will look a little different next year. But Dr. Joshua Omade, who's not here with us today because he's working, is joining us, and as is Dr. Brittany Stallworth. Both of them did their general psychiatry residencies here at Morehouse School of Medicine.
Thank you, the child and adolescent psychiatry program. The last but not the least, we did a pulmonary critical care fellowship program. Dr. Sharaf will be representing Dr. Foreman, who is also on a well-deserved vacation.
Thank you again, Dr. Ivani. All righty, I'm excited to introduce our pulmonary and critical care fellows for academic year 24-25. The first is Dr. Tariq Atumi. Welcome back, welcome home. Did his residency with us in internal medicine in medical school at the University of Tripoli. And the second pulmonary and critical care medicine fellow is Dr. Daniel Sherry from the University of Minnesota Medical School.
Thank you. That concludes our opening ceremony. In closing, I want to thank our leadership, led by Dr. Tindo, who was here with us, and our president, Dr. Barry Montgomery Rice, who sends greetings to all of you. The family and friends who have traveled far. How many of you came outside Georgia after Atlanta to be here today? Family and friends. Thank you for being here and safe journey as you travel back. And also our program directors, chairs, program coordinators, GME staff, thank you. You made it happen. And also our 2024 class just started. We are in safe hands. You have your faculty, you have your family, you have your administrative support, you have your leadership support. There is nothing to be afraid of. It's going to go well. Okay? This concludes the ceremony. Please, as you leave, we have both lunches at the back. Please grab as you leave. I want to thank you all for this. And also I want to thank Julius and okay. We want to thank Julius and his team always for photography, the Zoom link, and the program. Thank you, Creative Team. Please, for the residents and fellows, please remember where you are. There will be group photographs after. Thank you, Dr.